This is One-on-One. Welcome to WNET's Tisch studio here at Lincoln Center. I'm Steve Adubato. This is a very interesting segment we've never done before on online dating, and listen to this setup. I want to introduce our two guests. First, Jacqui Cooke is senior producer of One-on-One, this show, and her fiancé, they are getting married in June 2014, is Rich Tricarico. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
Now, the reason we have you on is not because you are the producer of One-on-One. It's because you've got to be among the most interesting success stories for online dating. You guys met online when?
It was back in January 2012.
Okay. Now, it just happens to be that it was eHarmony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
But we're not promoting one over the other. But that's a paid service, is it not?
Yes.
Had you been on it before?
One time previously.
I had never been on eHarmony or a paid service before. I did something that was free before, and that was a totally different experience.
Why?
So, you know, with free online dating services, it really feels like it attracts certain types of people there. When you're putting your money into something and investing your money into something, I feel like more people are geared towards, you know, really putting their time and effort, and they're serious about being on that website because they're looking for a relationship or looking to meet people. So that was the different experiences I had on the two.
You know, it's so interesting. I was saying this to you, Jacqui, earlier in the day when we were talking about this segment, that for me, it doesn't register, the idea of doing it. But so many of my friends, even in my generation, who are not married or divorced and are doing it, this is how they meet people. Was there a part of you that said to yourself, this scares me, Rich?
Absolutely.
Which part?
Well, first, the fear of being alone my entire life scared me. So I decided to take a chance. And when you fill out your profile, that's when it dawned on me, at least. And I said to myself, wow, I'm filling this entire profile out. Hundreds of questions, and I'm doing it truthfully.
You were doing it truthfully?
Correct.
Well, hold on, devil's
Naive.
advocate. Are you not trying to make yourself as attractive as possible? Which means you're playing down your faults, so how truthful, because we all have them.
Of course.
How truthful could it be?
You know, I was naive, and then I did the best I could to say, hey, listen, this is who I am. Or this has to go out to an audience. And my expectation was I was going to have photos on there, and then ultimately have dates. So you're going to figure out very quickly by looking at my photos, reading my profile, and going on a date whether I lied or not. And to me, that's just not going to work. So I said, you know what, let me do this truthfully. And
Play
I
it
think
straight.
Exactly. And that can be a flaw as well. And I learned that the hard way as well.
Joanna Gagas, our executive producer of the program, just informed me. Joanna, give me that statistic again. Get that source, Joanna. 80%. According to Cornell University, again, Ivy League school, right? Mm-hmm. You could lie and say you've gone to an Ivy League school. I went to Rutgers and I lie and say it's an Ivy League school. Here's the deal. According to Cornell study, 80% of people who go online lie about their height and weight and age, which I can't imagine doing. But here's the thing, on their profile, you guys were totally straight about this, honest?
Yeah, you're only hurting yourself if you're lying. If you're really doing it seriously,
because then they meet you.
Yeah, they're going to find out if you're lying. So it's stupid to do that up front. If you're honest about wanting to find love, wanting to meet somebody, then you have to be honest with yourself.
You put a real, I saw your picture was terrific. Your picture was, you're great looking people, right?
Thank you.
But for someone who struggles and is insecure about that, pictures matter a lot.
They do, but everybody's looking for something different. That's
What
why
were you looking for?
I was looking for a man, someone who wasn't a young person, not just on there for whatever reason, but someone that had a steady job, who looked like they had goals and aspirations in their life, who had a good family, who was willing to, we spoke on the phone for a week before we actually met in person. And that was most telling about him. When I saw his profile and his pictures, I said, oh, he's cute, and hey, look, he has a job, and that's all great, but you don't learn that much about them. And then once we started speaking on the phone, we spoke for a week, and we really got to know each other. And then we met for the first time, and I mean, honestly, for both of us, I think we knew at that moment when we first met that it was it for us.
Whoa, time out, Jacqui. First date, where?
First date. I actually did call her on my birthday. I just want to clear that up. So I think that's a huge step.
First call her on your birthday.
First phone call was I called her on my birthday, which I thought was significant, unique. I could be out doing things on my birthday. But
You
I
said,
to
hey,
call
it's
her.
my birthday?
I did not until after she brought it up and said, isn't today your birthday? Why are you calling me?
By the way, that was big points for Jacqui.
Correct.
That she knew, but go ahead.
Which is huge. You know, our first date was interesting because she actually drove to me, which I thought was great. we had some schedule mix-up. She drove to me, and we ended up meeting and went up the street and had dinner. But I was just blown away.
You went to an Italian restaurant.
Went to an Italian restaurant, but the
Which is
minute
a very smart move. Go ahead.
the minute I opened the door and saw her, I was just taken back, and the
You
whole
knew.
night. After our first date, absolutely.
You knew.
Yeah.
Are we doing a disservice by showing people, the two of you, who met online, who had this great experience, talking on the phone, whatever, and then you meet for the first time and you know? This is atypical, is it not, Jacqui?
I think that there are a lot of people that are using these services now, these online dating services, because they get to a point in their lives where, hey, I don't want to go out to a bar anymore and maybe meet a guy there, because you know the people that you're meeting out there 90% of the time are not looking for a relationship. This gives you another option when you get to a point in your life where you say, hey, I want to settle down. I want to meet somebody who's compatible with me, has the same goals, has the same outlook on life. And this is a way to find it. I mean, not everybody's going to find it online. It's a chance and it's a risk that we were willing to take. I was hesitant about it at first, definitely,
Right.
but we were willing to take that chance, and it worked for us.
And the Washington Post did a survey that found that for people who are marriage-minded, that online dating tends to be better for them, more successful for them, as opposed to people who are what?
Serial dating at bars and just going out. But
Were you doing that?
You know, I think in my younger years, you know, I work in the city, and where else do you go? You go to happy hour, you meet people, you buy drinks for people, and where does the conversation go from
Is it
there?
still happy these days? Because my wife doesn't allow me to do that.
I don't think
anymore.
it's as happy as
Not
it
as
used to be.
happy, right?
But you know, I do think it's important to say this took work. At least, you know, you don't just sign up the first person you meet. It's trial and error, right? And you have to know exactly what you want and be comfortable with what you want as you're dating. Otherwise, you might settle, or it's just not going to work for you.
And real quick, before we finish up the segment, because I know you're concerned about time as our senior producer at One-on-One, the mistakes people make, Jacqui, most often are?
I think not giving it enough time. You're going to get matched up with people or paired up with people, and maybe the first date doesn't work, and maybe the second or the third, nice person, but there's no compatibility. I think it's good to give yourself some time on these websites and really sort through the people, and you might get as lucky as both of us got and meet your soulmate and the love of your life and your future husband.
Do you mind, Jacqui, because you are engaged as we're doing the show, do you mind if we allow you to show your ring on the air?
Oh, no.
We got a shot of this, guys? We got a shot of this?
I love my ring. He did a
Not
good
on
job.
me. It's not. This, right there. Oh. Did Rich show you a picture of that online?
No.
Did you say this is what's waiting for you, Jacqui? Did
No. We did some searching together before we picked it out.
Okay. And the wedding is set for?
6/6/14.
Listen, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Listen, love can be found, but you got to do it the right way. You got to be honest about your profile, right?
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Jacqui always wanted to be on the show. I always wanted to have her, and she needed Rich to get it done. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this. Congratulations.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System. Funding has been provided by Meridian Health, Wells Fargo, Qualcare Inc., NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology, Cone Resnick, NJ Best, Berkeley College, and by Verizon Communications. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.